If you speak at networking events, conferences, or during business pitches, you need to have three stories up your sleeve. Because these three stories will turn your audience into your clients. Now, my name's Kyle Murter. I'm a public speaking coach, champion, and author. And today I'd like to talk you through what those three stories are and how you can go about telling them in your business presentations. Now, this is going to be part of a four-part series, a 4-video series. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you get each individual video describing each of these stories in great detail. But today, let's get started by first talking about what these three key stories are. The first story you need in business presentations is a story about you. You see, when you stand up to speak, your audience is wondering, who are you? Why should I bother listening to you? And if you don't answer that question in their minds, then you are going to struggle to build a connection with your audience, and you're also going to have an uphill battle in terms of convincing them of your value and your worth and why they should be listening. So this is why it's very important to have a story that you can share about how you got started in your business, how you got started in your career, how you got to the point you are at now. And let me be clear, I'm not talking about doing what most do here, which is sharing the CV, saying I worked at this place for 5 years, then I worked here for 2 years, and then I worked at this place, and then I did a little bit of this charity work on the side. No, we're not looking for that. We are looking into your origin story. I want to know in your story who you are. Your story should show your personality, a little bit about your background, the struggles that you've faced, what you've overcome, what you've learned, and who you are now as a result. That's what we're looking for in a story about you. And during the series, we're going to talk in depth about how you can craft that. The second story you need in business presentations is about your company. Unless you work for a very well-known brand like a McDonald's or Apple, most people in the audience probably don't know what your company does, what it offers, who it serves, what its ethos is. And you need to try and articulate in a short period of time why your company is different, why it is unique, why it is something that the audience should want to get involved in. And that often links back to the origin story of your company, talking about where it started in the past, what it's doing now, and what the plans are going forward in the future. And again, we're going to talk about this in depth on this video series about how you introduce your company in a compelling way without using jargon, without using buzzwords that no one really understands. We're going to talk about how you can build a connection between your company and the audience you're speaking to. The third story you need is client stories. And what we're talking about here is how you took a client from being in a difficult, horrible, painful situation to a more positive, uplifting one where they are happy, they're maybe making more sales, they're having more success, they are reaching their goals. We need to hear about that journey, how they got from here to here. And the smart thing you can do is you can tailor your client's story to the audience you're speaking to. So for example, if you're talking to a room full of lawyers, you might want to tell a story about how your company helped a law firm get from here to here. That way the audience can see themselves in your story. Now, some people call these case studies. I like to call them case stories. And we're going to talk about how you can construct these as well in this video series. So those are the three stories we're going to talk about. The first one is going to be about you and how you introduce yourself, and that will be coming out next week. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, it's probably already on my channel and you can watch it straight away. But make sure you subscribe and gently tap that bell icon. You don't have to smash it, just tap it and you'll get notified about these videos coming out every week in this series. But the key message today is that if you are doing a business presentation, whether it's a networking event, conference, a sales pitch, or anything of that nature, you need to have those three stories. One about you, one about your company, and of course, one about your clients. Because if you have them, trust me, you can turn your audience into your clients. That's what we're going to explore in this series. See you next time.